Hey everybody, welcome back to another Bums Blitz video. I am your host, The Bum. If you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please do that. Just click the little red button down below. If you're on a mobile phone, it might be a little bit different, but you could figure it out. I have faith in you. You'll get all the notifications anytime I post a video. So in this video, I want to do something a little bit different. I think I may want to make a series of these. I'm going to do a player profile. Basically, what I'm going to do is break down my thoughts on each one of the top 10 players in this year's fantasy football draft. It might be a little late to do this, but I plan on kind of pumping these out every couple days. So hopefully I could get those done for you and you guys could have a chance to see which players I think are worth their draft position in the top 10. Let's get right to it with Antonio Brown. So you have the first pick in this year's draft. You're obviously going Antonio Brown. It doesn't take the whole clock to figure out. You're going Antonio Brown. He's a consensus number one. He's the best player in the league over the last 2 years. It's obvious. But you know what? I actually don't envy you in this position. You know, I actually don't blame you at all. But I just don't envy you because it's not really a sure thing that he is going to be the best player in the league, and you're picking him to be the best player in the league. You know, it's hard to repeat something over and over and over again. He's consistent. Like, I'm not trying to say he's not consistent. And I don't think really the fall, or if there is a fall, it will really be because of him. I don't believe that. I actually think there might be outside forces. You know, maybe Ben Roethlisberger gets hurt. Something along those lines. Maybe they have to adopt a more run-heavy offense, especially since they have probably one of the best running backs, if not the best running back on their team. You know, after the 3 games are up, they might want to run a lot more, take the ball a little bit out of Antonio Brown's hands. I don't believe that that's really going to happen, but I'm just saying there's something that could happen. It's hard to repeat something like that for 3 years in a row. AP has been the best running back in football for years, but he hasn't repeated as the number one rusher in fantasy or in the league 3 years in a row. So Antonio Brown has a lot to live up to. I believe that he will still give you the value that you need to pick him at number one. I'm not trying to talk you out of picking him at number one, but just remember, you know, if Ben Roethlisberger goes down, his stats have dropped down. That happened last year. Big Ben is getting older. He takes a lot of damage. He likes to hold on to the ball as long as possible to make a play. So that increases his chances to get hurt. That affects Antonio Brown. I don't want to play it off like I'm saying Big Ben will get hurt this year. So please try not to, turn off the video before I say everything that I'm going to say, because Antonio Brown will be a top 10 wide receiver this year. I am telling you he will be. So picking him at number one, you're safe. But with these videos, I want to break down these players and tell you, my feelings about picking them at certain spots. So if I were to have to give his spot a grade, obviously he can't go higher. So I don't think he'll go above and beyond his ADP. You can't go any higher. So really for me, the only way is down. I don't believe he'll just stay there, be number one. I think others will pass him this year. Beckham, Julio, they will have good years this year. Even AJ Green, Des Bryant, if that quarterback, picks it up, that rookie quarterback, Des has a chance. They'll have to throw a ton on that team because that defense is pretty bad. But what I'm saying is, what I'm trying to get through to you is that it's going to be difficult for him to repeat what he's done over the last 2 years. He did do it 2 years in a row. That's amazing, and that was hard enough. So to think that he will be the number one wide receiver again this year, I just don't think it's going to happen. Top 10 for sure. Top 5 would not be surprised at all. But I'm just gonna be a little hesitant myself when making that pick at number one. He's still the guy. He's still a great wide receiver. He's gonna have a great year. He's gonna help you win a lot of games. But we're just talking purely about his value. That's all I got on him. All right, guys, that's it. That's a quick little video that I got for you on Antonio Brown. Now, just remember, this is my opinion, all right? I know people are not going to like the fact that I have any sort of doubt on Antonio Brown. But just try to take it, just everything I say on this channel, it's my opinion. Just use it as information to make your next pick. he's going to be your number one pick. If you have number one pick him because he should be picked unless there's some sort of weird scoring. He should be picked. I'm just telling you that he may not live up to that number one status at the end of the year. He's going to be a great wide receiver for you. Pick him. Remember, if you have any questions at all for me, that was my phone. I should have turned that off, but I'm going to continue with this outro. Any questions for me at all, just remember to tweet me at BumsBlitz. My website is bumsblitz.com, and my Facebook is BumsBlitz. I keep it real easy for you. If you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please do that because I need 100 subscriptions. We're at 80. It'll be great when I do. Anyways, until next time, I will see you later.